No messenger of God sit in the sky for 2,000 years. So a messenger that's been in the sky for 2,000 years will never come back and give us a message. Because it never happened. And everything that God did is going to happen in these days. You know, like I said, this is why I say coming from Babylon, getting out of Babylon, fleeing Babylon. We really got to do that, y'all. So don't be afraid. I know we 3 deep. You know, we might look like 3-headed monsters up here to y'all, like rah, but you know, this is a scary truth. But it ain't a horror movie. So just remove the fear and come to the other side. The other side of thinking. The other side of knowing. The other side of the mountain. You know. So you do got to move mountains. And it might be a little hard. So don't be scared because that mountain can be moved.
Facts. Coming from the lips of David, who's about to bring down Babylon.
I don't see how we misleading people at the end of the day. What we pushing? Veganism, starting a government for our people, putting an end to chaos. You know, we talking about a whole lot of solving problems over there. How are we misleading people? But if we was telling y'all to come to our church, stare at the sky, wait for Jesus to crack it and teach us, then we'll be guiding people on the right path. We ain't doing that. Y'all ain't doing that. If that's what y'all want to hear, y'all go back to church. But at the end of the day, that ain't solving no problems.
Come on up, y'all. Come on up. We don't bite. I promise. We do have the anointed one. He went through everything we went through, y'all. That's why he can actually speak to us, be able to let us know how to walk in his path. He is our example right here on earth. The living example. We follow this example right here. We in. Just get in order. God chose him. Not man, not your seminary school, not your boulets, not your fraternities, not your AKA sororities or whatever. Nobody chose him. God chose him. Man didn't choose him. He has undefiled information, which is the new song that we need to be hearing and learning in these last days. It's our time. Emmanuel, stand up.
We might need to read that scripture where it's talking about God chose the witnesses in Acts 10 and 41, because we talked about that in the beginning. Like, God choose Christ, we don't choose Christ. God choose the witnesses to choose Christ. Like, you don't read a book and say, God, I'm going to witness Christ. That's what everybody done. You done read a book. Oh, God, I'm going to see Christ now. Because you read a book? Because you joined a religion? So God choose the witnesses to see Christ. And they bring forth the gospel and the testimonies. And they are eyewitnesses' testimonies. You can't have a testimony because you read a book. Because you can't testify to what you've seen. You only testify to what you read. It say believe none of what you read and what? Half of what you've seen.
Yep.
That's a true ass statement. Because Christ walked on water. He walked on water. It don't work that way, y'all. So, to really understand, y'all, you must understand what's going on right now. You know, God choose the Christ. God creates the Christ. God choose the witnesses. God make 2 witnesses.
So we in Acts 10, verse 40. It says, him God raised up the 3rd day and showed him openly, not to all people, but unto witnesses chosen before God, even to us, who did eat and drink with him after he rose from the unalive.
Damn, did everybody see him? Did everybody see him?
Not to all people. Well, if he Christ, everybody was supposed to see him. Not to all people, but unto the witnesses, y'all. So the first coming is when only the witnesses go see who God has chosen. Because these would be the ones that were blessed. As it says, blessed are those that can hear and see. Not everybody blessed. Only a certain few. Now, on the second coming, that's when all eyes go see, because the gospel didn't reach the four corners of the earth. Y'all ain't gonna have no choice but to accept it. Just like y'all accept King Charles when they show him openly on the screen, ain't nobody stand up and say nothing. That's how it's gonna be. Y'all can't do nothing but sit there and take it. So why not get with the movement that's gonna, be for the betterment of the world? I can see if we were pushing evil. I can see if we was, literally driving people down holes. No. But scripture say state it ourselves. So with the knowledge and information that we putting out, just take it into consideration and put it with your everyday use and see how it's benefiting your life. Then after that, you see the profit, you see the benefits that it's bringing you. Why not push it to your brothers and sisters? Why not stand up and change something in the world? Because right now we ain't doing nothing but submitting to a messed up system and messed up people. We all complaining. We all got the same problem. So when we go stand up, it even said in the Constitution, if they harming your safety and your happiness, we got the right to stand up and start our own government. The power not in them, it's in us. But we got to wake up and realize that, y'all. That's why they put so much division amongst us. Because as long as they keep us divided, we'll never come together.
We need unity.
We'll never lock in. So, and remember, it don't take many people to change the world, because the world only ran by a few right now. So when a few people stand up, get their mind right, they're able to set the example for the rest of the brothers and sisters that's a part of this system.
I just want to know how many people that came over and asked y'all who the people behind y'all is. How many people asked y'all?
Nobody. I gotta ask you, do y'all know any people?
Like nobody has came up and asked who the people is behind them?
No.
Somebody said this.
That's how you know. We know our attention span ain't even there. It's like our mind make up what we want to see.
And I think we just said they slaves. It'd be BS, but nobody truly asks like who is these people. Like when people get to talk about 2,000 years, I put it around my screen. You know any of these people? Because we know a lot about 2,000 years ago. We know everything about the first day this world was built. But we know nothing about who played major roles in this world. We know everything about Jesus, but he never came. But we don't know who this person is. This person. Now these are high rulers. We know nothing about them. But we know Jesus.
We know the royal family.
We know nothing about our ancestors.
We know Queen Elizabeth, Queen Victoria.
That's crazy.
The true royals.
We know nothing about our ancestors. I ain't even know. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even know it was. We had black emperors and empresses in the 1800s. I didn't know these things.
Me either.
So when somebody presented that information to me, it's like, okay, now I gotta sit down and reconsider some things. I ain't never heard this. It changed the premise for a lot when you find out you had emperors and empresses that looked just like you in the 1800s. Because it's like, all I done heard was we've been in rulership of the Romans for 2,000 years and we waiting for somebody to come save us. Nobody told me, have anybody told you?
Nope.
That we had black empresses that looked just like us. That looked just like the aunts on the corner.
Thanks.
Nobody told me that, John. So.
Shit, Menelik looked like my grandfather back in the day. Shit.
Damn,
It's a bad dog.
Somebody say, who is the anointed one?
Christ, Yaju Judah. If y'all wanna see who the anointed one is, go to this website. His name Yaju Judah. That's his name right there.
So why don't you go check it out? Sign the petition.
No, who is your
Let's
anointed
get this
one?
over and done with. Stop asking questions and come get in the game. Ask no questions when you sign up for this daggone agreement to come on this daggone TikTok. They got access to all your shit. Your banking information, your camera, everything. They taking pictures of you right now. Shit, we tell you exactly what it is Very few sentences.
I'm just saying, y'all telling people not to sign that, but y'all signed up for TikTok, and TikTok ain't doing nothing for you, your life. TikTok ain't doing nothing to overthrow this government. What's something y'all sign up for?
Shit, checks, everything. They sign for you sign for the stimulus check. You sign for your taxes. Shit, you sign to get married. Shit, you gotta sign up for your email. You gotta sign up for Gmail. You gotta sign up for every social media platform. You gotta sign up for your app, your phone.
Some of y'all sign up for the subscriptions that y'all only gonna use the free trial for. Go ahead and try it. But y'all won't sign a petition that's gonna put into the chaos for the rest of our life and our kids' life. Y'all ain't signing a petition that's gonna bring justice. But we sign up for everything else. That just go to show y'all like the brokenness in our people. Especially if somebody look just like you with a plan, a real plan too, that don't include violence. I reject that.
Say, my Lord coming back to take the kingdom. We say, my Lord coming to take back the kingdom. He's not asking for nothing. So, did Moses ask Pharaoh? So what do Romans 18:18 say? God gonna raise up a prophet like who? So, Moses took the people out of Egypt, but he asked Pharaoh first. Because Moses was the most humble of them all. But you want an action hero to come back like Goku. See, people literally want Christ to be Goku. They want him to physically ride on a cloud, and they want physical powers to come from his hands. This is what people want. That's the only way Christ gonna be able to take the kingdom when he come back, because he gonna be a regular man. So you're going to have to be a man with physical powers just to take the kingdom from somebody, because that ain't logical. You know, when David went up to Goliath, he was like Goliath, what you doing? Chill out, bro. Goliath was like, ha, I'm the big dog. They were like, well, okay, let's get it on then.
Ain't doing that in real life. Ha, you followed this to Jesus. Come on, y'all. And that just go to show y'all how these stories playing out in real time. Y'all laugh at somebody that's doing something. Ha. He don't have superpowers. Ha. Y'all saw what Sakari did. Ha. Small man. Like, come on, y'all. Let's be for real. And that's why the scripture say, cast out all vain imaginations. But we not casting out our vain imaginations. In fact, we hold on tight. And that's the whole point of scripture, letting you know to let every man be a liar. Because a lot of us get the vain imaginations from our favorite teacher. You know, by them reading the book, giving us the understanding, now we waiting on their thoughts to come true. When God's thoughts not even man's thoughts. So it just go to show you how we just been hearkening to liars this whole time. That's why the first thing you must do when it comes to this is empty your cup. Get rid of the teachings of men. Because the teachings of men not going to do nothing profitable for you, no way, shape, or form. But instead, just hold you down. I'm not, what, bro? Like
just kick him down too.
And it's crazy how the same people say we false, the same people say we crazy, when they be in our lives every day begging to come on our pounds.
Every day.
I ain't gonna lie. If I thought somebody was crazy, I'd probably block them, because I ain't gonna want to see them on my. Me constantly seeing the same people I'm calling crazy on my feed every day, I'm gonna just get rid of them. There's no way I'll be like I didn't. Man, come on, bro.
It's like we're saying that you know how you want to beat somebody else so bad, and you keep fighting them. Or you want to you playing somebody in the game, and every time you play them, you never beat them. So now the person that's winning, they don't come to you every day and say, man, let me play you. You get tired of beating them. But the person who getting beat, they show up every day. Let's play again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, now we appreciate the competitive, but it's not time to be competitive with people of the same struggle. Can we shake you right quick? Like, hey, we both struggling. You gonna compete with me every day and we struggling? What did Kendrick say? They not like us. You a colonizer, bro.
Oh,
You are a colonizer if you against us. That might be the next title. You the colonizer if you against us. Cause there's no way you can be against a people who judging your enemy. You a colonizer, bro. You a Roman soldier. You working for the British Empire. I see people understand. Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all got took down by who?
yeah.
Their own kind. So it ain't no secret, y'all. Like, this ain't no secret now. Like, we're not talking about no secrets. This is out. It was always somebody of their own kind of how their organization broke. And now y'all just doing it in the open. So they not like us, y'all. You not like us. Because we not no colonizer. And we're not here to colonize our people. We're not here to harm our people. We're not here to deceive our people. Because that's why we show you the movement. We're the only people on TikTok, correct me if I'm wrong, with a movement. They got a girl just showed up. Some talking about a movement. I think she raised like $100,000 or something already. She got this little some kind of movement going on. She the only person I know that I done seen, and this movement just popped up about a month ago. Maybe 2 months. Maybe 2 months ago. And she getting all kind of support. Because what? It's of this world. I'm not knocking her, but it's of this world. We're doing something not of this world. That's why you gotta be an alien to come roll with us. When the UFO pull up, how many people gonna get on? Shit, Noah's Ark was a UFO. Shit, man, I ain't getting on that. What the hell is that? Shit, you get on there? Hey, y'all get on there? Y'all crazy as hell. You know, so right now, y'all, we understand that we are alienated, as the scripture tell you, be in the world, but you'll be of the world. You know, we created a new heaven and new earth. So yeah, we got a UFO.
Somebody said, what movement? So if you go to that website above our heads, YahJujudah.com, we actually judging the Roman Catholic Church, redeeming our people from chaos, gathering and scattered from around the world. You know, to go forth and start a government for our people, so we can stop feeding our kids poison. So we ain't got to work 60 hours a week just to take care of home when we ain't got enough time to even spend with our kids. That's the movement. So like I said, if you want to check these things out, we do got a petition. By you signing the petition, it shows the unity. You know, also the petition is for us to get back the stolen treasures they got from our ancestors. Gold, land, biblical manuscripts, the same resources they used to build a current nation we live it under. Like I say, everything, all the information on the website. If you want to stand for change, you know, we ain't asking for you to donate to our organization. We just asking for a signature on a piece of paper.
But we sure enough do not turn away your donations. We don't turn them away. Shit, y'all pay these pastors, these lying-ass pastors. Y'all gonna see us working out in the field. Y'all gonna see us doing things. Y'all gonna see the king over here doing everything that he can to make sure that God's will is fulfilled on this earth now. There. So you gonna see us in action with your money. You know, like that old furnace at your church that never get fixed. Every year you ask them for money for it, or the hole in the roof. We're gonna show you your money's being put to work. So we don't turn away donations, but check out the website. You'll see a lot of good things. Tired of these kids coming up missing too. Parents, please bring awareness to your children not to go with complete strangers and not taking things from strangers and drinks and everything while they're in clubs. Y'all really need to sit down and start talking with our kids, man. This is crazy. Every day I'm seeing more and more children coming up missing. You gotta stop this. Stop it.
Somebody said we get funded by the government. How Are we getting funded by the government? We got plans to take down the government. Like, do y'all hear what y'all really saying? That's just gonna show y'all, like, y'all just really be talking. Y'all be talking for loud. You want somebody to laugh at your comment. Like it don't even, what y'all stand for don't even make sense. Y'all, hey, we all adults. Ain't no kids on here. We all grown adults. But,
You misreading. I said the church was funded by the government.
Hold
Who said
on.
that?
Say it again.
I'm the young lady that was speaking to Yaju before. I was asking him about he was on a live about Ethiopia being mentally enslaved. I'm the same young lady. I was wondering, is the Egyptians part of the the enslavement of us or whatever?
Hey, hold on right quick, sis. You put on the sound bar?
Yeah. You turn on that sound bar.
That's a lot of work.
I don't got the little button. You got a button right here. Push it and see.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Put your TV on.
No. Bluetooth on your phone. There with the sound bar. LG sound bar.
Hello?
How you doing?
We can hear you.
It's a, can y'all hear
Oh, no,
me?
sir.
Can y'all hear me? It's an echo.
Yeah, we got echo?
Yeah.
It's bad.
It just like repeats what I'm saying right after. But it's fine.
Alright.
You gotta go on mute.
Alright, just keep it over there. Alright, what's going on, sis? Peace.
Peace. So I've been doing some studying or whatever. I actually got on y'all's website. I was speaking to Fire. He was on a panel before, maybe 2-3 days ago. I was wondering, did Egypt play a big part in our enslavement?
What do I say? No, Egypt it was never on a physical map. Egypt is idol worship, worshiping false gods. So that's what happened to the dynasty. It was a lot of idol worship. That's what the whole meaning of them being in Egypt means. So God sent messengers to get them out of idol worship, but they didn't listen. So that's what the whole Egypt was about. It wasn't about a landmass, a place on the map.
So there was a thing that was going around. The British people was basically trading, and they bought cotton. I believe they traded cotton with India and Egypt. I'm trying to get into the whole slavery thing. Does slavery play a part in what we're speaking on right now? Because I remember you speaking that. I remember you talking about Ethiopia being enslaved mentally, and it used to be physically. Because I know that being enslaved is still going on right now.
What's what I say? Because we was worshiping false gods, that's why we went into physical slavery, to be scattered to the four corners of the earth. That was that whole thing of us going to different places and being Egypt. Right now, you can read Deuteronomy, says we was going to go back to Egypt on ships. So we was going to go back to idol worship, but this time in different lands. Right now, we're all scattered over the world worshiping false gods, false deities, false information. So right now we got to be gathered. But slavery definitely took place, in Ethiopia. That's why Haile Selassie banned slavery, I think, in 1960? That's when Haile Selassie banned slavery, in the late 1900s. when slavery was banned. I think it was 1950s,
Yeah.
something like that.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, it was a lot of slavery and a lot of trade going on. Like America, Ethiopia is one of the first countries in Africa that America even dealt with.
Right.
You know, the trees and stuff. So yeah, a lot of slavery took place, and all this stuff is hidden from us because they hide what happened in history that validates what's going on right now. Because the things that happened 150 years ago, 100 years ago, plays a big role in understanding what's finna take place in these times. And a lot of us just don't study this kind of information. We always go back 400 years or thousands of years and try to chase something that really is not there. And we forget about the meat of everything.
Okay. What is the treasures that we're trying to get back? Like, is this land?
Well, no, this is mainly the manuscripts and all the gold. All the gold must be returned because it was looted, and they never been judged for these things. They never been held accountable. And the same empire is in position because of these treasures and because of these manuscripts. But a lot of people understand these things can't be returned until the majesty and the prophecy is revealed. Because, you know, like a lot of this stuff is in Great Britain right now, because if this stuff was in Ethiopia, man, half of this stuff would be missing. They'll be selling it for money because, you know, that shit, they poor. You know what I'm saying? They need resources. So if somebody gonna give me $1 million for something, I'll sell it. Because I don't have nothing. You know, see, Great Britain is able to keep it because Great Britain has tons of resources. So they ain't got no reason to sell it. They making interest off of it. You know, so at the same time, you know, all this stuff is coming back when God's government comes back. You know, that's why I have these things written to return on behalf of who is actually here, which is the Christ. The one who's able to get these things back and be put back in the right place and secure these things with God's government.
So when you say government, are you saying that this is more of a political type of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
This is definitely a political.
I had another question. Give me a moment. Let me. It was on top of my head. Oh, okay. So there's a conversation going all over TikTok on who the Black Americans are. You know, there's people who saying we're the Israelites, or people saying that we're the American Indians. Some people are saying that we are African. Where does Ethiopia play a part?
Ethiopia plays a big part in African Americans. Like, if you talk about history of African Americans trying to return back to Africa, Ethiopia has always been a center focus. Marcus Garvey is the greatest leader that America has ever seen. He was in contact with Zatu.
Who is Zatu?
She was the empress of Ethiopia at that time. She's all the way at the top up there on the left hand corner. If you,
okay.
yeah, she was the empress of Ethiopia at that time. So she even wrote a letter to call back to Africa, to call us back to our fatherland, to help rebuild. This was like in 1920. So just imagine how many African Americans would have left America and what state America would have been in if we would have actually left. And Marcus Garvey had a lot of people listening to him at that time. He had damn near the whole Black America and Jamaica, the island. So, man, it's like Marcus Garvey had a real powerful movement that we still to this day haven't been taught about. So yes, Ethiopia plays a big role. Now, of course, you do have other people from other places of Africa. We all not from Ethiopia, but majority of us that came over here during slavery came from East Africa.
Okay.
These are facts.
But why do they always say that we're West Africans?
That's to take us away from the truth. Because the whole world wars was about East Africa. See, if we do our studies correct, the world wars was about East Africa. It was the campaign of East Africa.
So would you be saying that the map was switched?
No, we won't switch. We were just lied to. You gotta understand, we got a crafty council that's against us. So everything is a counter to take you away from the truth. That's why nobody in America want to be called Ethiopian. But at the same time, Ethiopia had gave us free land. Didn't nobody know about it. You couldn't even call us an Ethiopian, but wow, Ethiopia had free land for us. You know, Ethiopia had the only king of kings that America. You don't find no throne of David. But why would I want to be called an Ethiopian? That's where the Solomonic dynasty come from. Shit, I would want to be called Ethiopian. So you see how they put a counter. The lie was like a counter attack to the truth. So when you heard the truth, you gonna counter it with the lie you being taught. So you would never talk about East Africa because you was told you came from West.
Right. Why did they hide all this history? So like, where do we find this history at? Like, what books do we read? What questions do we actually ask? Because you know you have to ask the right questions to get what you want.
You gotta ask, like, what I say, I tell anybody, start with the Berlin Conference, start with the World Wars, and start with the part about Africa. Because when you talk about the World Wars, how many people mention Africa?
Not many. I don't even think Africa is even mentioned.
That's what I'm telling you. So if you go look up right now, you know, what role did Africa play in the World War? Was the World War about Africa? You gotta ask questions like that. That's gonna give you the answers that you ain't never heard. Gonna be like, oh, what? Because, like I said, that's the kind of stuff you look up. And I encourage anybody to get the book. It's The Siege of Magdala. You can hold that up.
Okay.
It's called The Siege of Magdala. That's a great book to talk about.
Stand in front of the screen so we can back up the background. Okay, let me take a picture of that.
Yeah, like that, because that talk about the war that really started everything that led up to the world wars. They talk about all the gold being taken, talk about the artifacts, the biblical manuscripts. Like I say, it's a very enlightened book. And because Victoria has a lot of secrets. And I'm talking about Queen Victoria of Great Britain. I ain't talking about lingerie. You know, so it's a lot of secrets when it comes to Great Britain and things they did. And like I say, all this is within 150 years. This is not nothing 400, 300 years ago. And that's where they lose us at. If they tell you you've been a slave for 400 years, then your research gonna start 400 years. And you're gonna miss all Victoria's secrets.
So did they replace the royal family with the nobility?
What you mean by that?
Like, you know, people say we come from royalty. So, like, do we come from royalty? Did they replace that with the nobility, which would be the British, Queen Elizabeth, and all them, the Pope?
Oh yeah, correct.
Okay. Is this like I don't want to sound racist, but is this a black movement? Like just black people type of movement?
Yeah. We gotta understand, we have the emergency. We the ones that was robbed. So, like at the same time, but this movement gonna benefit all people. Because we as black people, we get along with all people. But we are the ones at the bottom. So the movement has to be about us. But at the same time, gonna benefit all people because right now, all people benefit off us at the bottom.
Right.
So everybody gonna benefit all of us when we get to the top. It's gonna be the same way. We just gonna be in our rightful position. You know, if we're the eagles or the birds, we're not supposed to be flying low.
Right.
We're not supposed to be chickens that's walking without spreading our wings. We're supposed to spread our wings and set the standard. That's why we belong in the royal seats. Not because we gonna look down and kick everybody out and unalive everybody. No, we just gonna be in the seats because we are the ones that set the standard. That's the gift we have.
So, we're basically nation building. Okay. So, like, I was speaking to some people about this as well. So, like, would this require us to, you know, get in the seats of, like, the government, like, you know how they have the Senate, whatever, I don't really know how to say the word. you know, like the type of positions that they be in. Do this require us to, be part of their government and like are we like trying to hijack, or are we basically building from scratch?
Building from scratch, because that's what a revolution does. A revolution is to overthrow because you have a better plan, and because we have God's plan, huh?
Is this basically like some art of war type of thing? Like to know the enemy? Okay.
And that's why the arts are in heaven. So this is the heavenly war that we are fighting, and we have the arts from heaven, which is God information to defeat any deception, any dark power, any principle, the powers that be. Because we have, the arts of God, we're gonna be victorious. That's why we don't war with flesh and blood.
Right.
So we have the information to bring our people out of darkness, and that's what's gonna guarantee us our victory.
What type of currency will we be trading with people?
Well, like I said, a lot of that decision gonna be made when the right leaders come together and make those decisions based off, the qualifications of the people. Because the way this world is set up now, we might be going into a digital currency, something like BRICS.
Right.
Because like I say, it's so many nations involved, there's so many people, there's so many hands, there's so many. So a digital currency would be something that we probably would go into. But again, when we put the great minds together, we're going to make the best decision for the people.
Somebody said currency is not about currency. Currency is part of like government political things too. So
it's all about trade. Like money is a form of trade. And that's why people should not be in no kind of financial burden when it comes to the government, because they print money. You see what I'm saying? Like, they can provide whatever the people need, because money is just another form of trade. It's not another form of to oppress someone, but they using it to oppress someone. That's why you have something called economic system. So all that is just a game that they playing. But like you said, like money is always going to be a part of the political side, because it's always about trade. Everything is about trade.
Okay. I had one more question. Oh my goodness, I think too fast.
Take your time. That's some good questions, sis.
Like I'm trying to I'm all about nation building. I don't really care too much about the terms and stuff. I'm only 19. So I come from the nation of the Nubians. I have Moors, 5%ers, and all them type of people in my family. So I kind of got all the knowledge, but I'm kind of straying away from all of it because I don't really, it's a lot of talking and not enough doing. Like, I'm over here sitting like, well, we still poor. We getting the what is it called? The small end of the pole. So it's like, we're not really getting nowhere. Like, we just on TikTok talking, well, you're this. No, you're not. Like, what are we actually doing?
Wasting time.
Yeah, wasting time. Not really getting nowhere. And then on top of that, like, I'm part of the youth. So I want to be some type of leader to the youth or whatever. But I want to be on the right path in order to even do that.
You're on the right path now. You follow this, sis. Good job.
See, even have an open mind and that young, especially with all, like you said, all the different background, and people don't understand, especially somebody of your age, how that benefited you if you remain with a pure heart and you remain meek and not get caught up in your flesh because, oh, my family this and my family that, but that can really ground you in a way nobody else can ever be grounded because you have that different versatile. So that really would make you of a good effect to reach to you, because you can really be that versatile. Because that's what make a great teacher.
Right.
Knowing how to approach and talk to each student, because each student cannot get the same curriculum. You gotta know how to deal with each student. So yeah, what you have in that background, that's a very good grounding background for a meek and pure heart person.
Yeah. Yep, I had Black Panthers, all type of people in my family. So, you know, I had it pretty much in me growing up reading books and all type of things. But okay, I got my question. I know Trump, he's in office, right?